Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another exciting session of Candid Meena. And today, we have a lot of interesting news, especially with the fact that how, Rashmi and Aditya Thackeray, how they're trying to, we'll go into the past when MVA was in power and how Rashmi Thackeray, was, there were various reports saying that the whole MVA was being operated by her unofficially, right? All the decision making, as well as how it ties into the SSR case. And before that, friends, we'll also be discussing the fact that BJP has won, a hat trick in elections, right? And Modi ji, like he is growing stronger day by day, and the Congress, party is nowhere to be seen except for, in the south for a few states. And I'm sure that, now who's the real Panauti, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, right? Is it, Modi ji or you? Yeah, hi Ushma, hi Sujata, hi Deepika. So friends, if you do like our content, make sure to hit that like button and share this video with all your friends and relatives, because this kind of information, you don't find it in mainstream media. We bring out only the facts, and facts which the mainstream media shies away from. So it is over to you. Hi Savitri. So yeah, would you like to
Yeah.
say
So
something?
let us
Yeah.
start with the first quote.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah. Hereby,
humility. Yeah,
yes, please go ahead.
humility is the true key to success. Successful people lose their way at times. They often embrace and overindulge from the fruits of success. Humility halts this arrogance and self-indulging trap. Humble people share the credit and wealth, remaining focused and hungry to continue the journey of success. This is a saying by Rick Pitino, and the painting is done by Mina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, why I put this quote, friends, is because, see, what we see now, the Bharatiya Janata Party on Sunday won big in the Hindi heartland, wresting Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh from Congress while comprehensively beating anti-incumbency in Madhya Pradesh. Now, the Congress failed to retain its bastions in the three states, though it did in Telangana. And because anyway, it was created by them only. The victory in the three states have given a booster to the BJP ahead of the Lok Sabha elections, which are scheduled to be held next year. Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, and Mizoram had gone to polls in what is being called as a semi-final before the 2024 battle, with the results in the northeastern state to be declared on Monday. So, why we are talking about this, friends? Why am I talking about humility? See, it is with great humility that Prime Minister Modi, started out on this journey, to recreate India as a country that all of us could be proud of. Right from the time in 2014 when he started, his agenda was very clear. He was a he's a single man. He doesn't have any relations or connections. So he works like a brahmachari. He works like a sannyasi or a seer. And what his intention was, earlier you remember that he went to the Himalayas to meditate, and to find out whether he could move into asceticism, to become a sage. But he was told that, see, his time had not yet come. So he returned back to mainstream life, and worked as a sevak, RSS sevak. And it is from there that he started, opening up to politics and understanding how he can use politics as a tool to change the country. And when the moment he entered into New Delhi as the prime minister, the opposition tried to ridicule him because he was not savvy. He did not speak English all the time, so they tried to make him feel bad, and they continuously tried to mock him. Slowly, he got the grip of the whole situation, and he changed the complete way of working in our country. And the administrative service got rid of useless people, kicked off the unwanted people, and started focusing on putting all your time on work so that the country improves. And that's why people who work under him say that he's a very tough taskmaster. And now what you see is that in this during these elections in the Hindi heartland, what did he do? He sacrificed everything to go out and work. Have you, even a Sunday he does not take off. He's a man who works continuously. And what did he get in return from the opposition? The opposition tried to belittle him in every way, mocking him, mocking his style, mocking his dress. Even if he stands with any woman, they'll say that he's a womanizer. You see that what happened when he went for the uh, climate is event in Abu Dhabi, and see how it was, the way they tried to corner him and say that he is sitting with this lady, one of the politicians, to say that he is a womanizer. So what happened is continuously, when the opposition was attacking him, his background, everything, he continuously was working. So this was the difference between him and the opposition. And you see the effects of it when three of the states won beautifully, So you don't have any doubt as to whether what he has been doing is the right thing. He's been working on behalf of the country and its people selflessly. He has no agenda behind it. He does not have so many houses and so much of property and so much of jewelry like the other politicians. So it is this kind of leader that we want. We feel confident about. If he had not come, you can imagine the kind of a country we would have had. It would have been ripped apart, you know, and our Sanatana Dharma would have been trampled upon. It is because of this, what do you call this towering leader that we have reached this stage. And it is here that he's saying, what is the reason why they have failed? It is because of their arrogance, their sheer arrogance. They were using their arrogance to look down upon people, pull down people, call people names, and that is how Narendra Modi, with his humility, he approached people just like a normal man. He would reach out to everybody, whether it's school children or farmers or women, who are working in the space field. He reaches out to them as a common man. Even if he goes to a country, he reaches out to the people there through the embassies. And this is what makes him so down to earth. Now, if you tell me that, see, I'm a BJP, no, I'm not a BJP person. I speak because I am fond of the way this leader works and I, admire him and he is very inspiring. But there are people I do not like in his government, which I've openly spoken about. So whatever the people speak about, in their comments saying that, see, Meenaji is, a BJP. No, I'm not. In fact, I criticize people very harshly, and I'm sure people get angry for that. But one thing you have to admit: if there was no leader like Narendra Modi today, you can imagine the kind of plight India would have been. So we have to fold our hands and thank him, as Indian citizens, that he's there to protect us from, whatever, problems we are facing from Soros and gang, all the other gangs, Tukde gang and everybody. So it's that's why I chose this quote to say that humility. And this humility you will see in Modi ji. He's always down to earth. He will never look down upon people, and he'll always reach out to the common man. And that is his, USP. Yeah, back to you, Jade.
Yeah, when we friends, when we talk about BJP, we are supporting BJP. A lot of people say in the comments, and we criticize the ministers of BJP, right? We are not happy with the way David Fadnavis BJP government is not following up on the SSR Disha Salian case, right? Or why is the CBI sleeping for 3 years? Look at the way ED is working on the Mahadev app scam, right? It is working very efficiently, and that was because of the Chhattisgarh, right? They are saying that allegedly Bhupesh Bagal, was somehow involved in the Mahadev app scam. So when it comes to political goals, right? That time somehow the central government, the central agencies work very, very fastly, efficiently. But when it is not tied to any election point of view, right? Then and especially when it's a common man case, or when it is a case which is linked to a very high profile politicians from both the party lines, be it the BJP or Shiv Sena, then the case gets frozen, right?
Yes. So here, what I want to say is that, see, in fact, I tweeted today to Modi ji and Amit Shah ji saying that, see, now that you have given a brilliant speech saying that you will now work on behalf of the public and feel their pulse, and listen to their pains and worries. Now is the time, because it's going to be 4 years now since SSR died, to ask CBI why they have delayed the case for so long and what is the reason, and whether there are people who are protecting. So if you want to see my tweet on Twitter, you can see it, and you can also share it with as many people as you want, because now is the time to question our Prime Minister as to why the CBI is delaying SSR murder case and Disha Salian case, and of course the many other murder cases that are happening. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so friends, let us go back a little into the past when MVA was in power, and you had Aditya Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray, Rashmi Thackeray, all in the helm of the power. And you know what happened when they were in power? That you saw the way Arnab Goswami was arrested. You saw the way the Palgar Sadhu case, the horrible Palgar Sadhu case, and many other gundagiri which happened during when they were in power. Now, some of the things which we need to note is if you go back into the past. So one interesting thing is Rashmi Thackeray. Who's Rashmi Thackeray? She's the wife of Uddhav Thackeray and the mother of Aditya Thackeray. Now, she was the editor of Samna, right? The publication which the Shiv Sena has, right? And she's the daughter of Madhav Patankar, who runs the family business and comes from a middle class family. And
Gentlemen,
she is also,
yeah,
yeah.
I just want to pause for a second here. Just want to take a question from Nina Balrina. So Nina says, so finally, after 3.5 years, we can question our PM. No, Nina, do not take it lightly. Every year, we've been sending letters to the Prime Minister, the President, and we have also sent letters to the Chief Justice. Don't think we have not approached the Prime Minister. But a Prime Minister cannot interfere in the work of the federal agencies. They work independently. I'm sure you are aware of that. All the four agencies work independently, and that is what makes them different from other investigating agencies. So this remark of yours is wrong. So I'm just correcting it. Yeah, back.
Yeah, we'll just take questions after this story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming back to Rashmi Thackeray, she is coming from a middle class family, and she's also an RSS member, and that's how she met Uddhav Thackeray and married Uddhav Thackeray. Okay, so you can see the roots of Rashmi Thackeray. She was also an RSS member, but what happened after that is as all of you know. Apparently, there was a case which, if you remember, the ED had attached assets worth 6.45 crores of a company owned by the brother-in-law of Uddhav Thackeray, which is Rashmi Thackeray's brother, in connection with a money laundering investigation. Now, in the statement, the ED said it has issued a provisional order under the PMLA to attach 11 residential flats in Neelambari project located in Thane near Mumbai of Sri Sai Baba Grihan Nirmiti Private Limited. And, Sridhar Madhav Patankar, the brother of Thackeray's wife Rashmi, owns and controls, this private limited company. The agency alleged funds that were allegedly siphoned off in money laundering case being investigated against a company named Pushpak Bullion were parked in the real estate projects of this company. Aditya Thackeray, so what happened regarding that case? There is no news, okay? So we just recently, Aditya Thackeray inaugurated the refurbished Thakur Shamji Maharaj temple at Madura on Monday. He was accompanied by Rashmi Thackeray and Priyanka Chaturvedi, who secured funds for renovation work with the help from N.R. Alluri of Nagarjuna Foundation. Now, the revitalized temple stands as a testament to the tireless efforts of Priyanka Chaturvedi and Alluriji. This is how they, write the articles, who have played a role in rejuvenating the sacred site. Now, Aditya Thackeray said during the inaugural function, these efforts echo our resolute commitment to the cultural preservation, and it brings me great pride to be part of the preserving decades of cultural heritage and tradition. He also visited the famous Banke Bihari temple and offered prayers at Vishram Ghat on the banks of river Yamuna. Now, responding to the BJP's criticism, he said it's ridiculous that those who claim themselves as pro-Hindutva oppose a person who visits Madura to seek Lord Krishna's blessings. So now you can see this guy is a bit nervous at this period of time, right? Aditya Thackeray is nervous during this period of time because of the PI which was filed by the Citizens Court people, and also the fact that now we can see that there is an image whitewashing which is happening, right? He and his family is trying to portray themselves as very, very pro Hindutva. They are trying to attract the Hindu voters in Maharashtra. Okay, even when the party is not and symbol is taken by Eknath Shinde, right? So slowly and steadily they're trying to portray all these events as being pro Hindutva. And also one thing is very interesting to see is that friends, if you remember, we have talked about this on Candid Meena. Do you recognize this person? Okay, and the person on the right with Sanjay Dutt, and he is Shiv Sena leader Rahul Kanal, and Rahul Kanal was part of the Shiv Sena under Uddhav Thackeray, and he joined Eknath Shinde's camp, and he opened up on the SSR and Disha Salian case. He was a very close to Aditya Thackeray, and he demanded, and he said, to have a detailed investigation into both these cases. So this is what he said. Tomorrow, if people say that I have joined you because of SSR and Disha Salian case, I want to tell you with folded hands that please investigate it. So Shiv Sena, so Rahul Kanal. Now he has a lot of Bollywood connections. He is close to Bollywood. He is the owner of Baijan's restaurant named after Salman Khan. And it is reported that Salman himself frequents the place as a tribute to to the restaurant being named after him. Now Rahul Kanal has been preparing. So this is where the question is, where is Rahul Kanal? Now, interestingly enough, there is one more story which is very interesting. Is Congress leader and Mumbai Congress chief Sanjay Nirupam, had sought an investigation into the deal of the plot for Uddhav Thackeray's bungalow opposite Matoshri at Kalanagar in Bandra. Now, the Shiv Sena has rubbished these allegations, the then Shiv Sena we're talking about. Nirupam alleged Rajbhushan Dixit, who sold a plot for Matoshri, has been facing probes by the CBI and ED in money laundering cases. The plot opposite Matoshri and in the close vicinity of Bandra Kurla complex, which is the BKC, was bought just for only 5.8 crores in 2016. There's a possibility of cash transaction besides the check payment of 5.8 crores. Such a prime plot could not be sold for such a low price. I'm not saying there was anything wrong in the deal, but just drawing the attention of the central agencies to it. This is what this guy said. Dixit is one of the directors of Sterling Biotech, which has been accused of money laundering to the tune of 14,000 crores. And Shiv Sena's, the then Shiv Sena's MP Arvind Sawant had said Nirupam is not taken seriously even in his own party. Why would we pay heed to what he says? So you can see, friends, we have connected a lot of dots which are in the past. And where is this guy Rahul Kanal, right? He was, asking the BJP Maharashtra government to, do a detailed probe on the SSR and Disha Salian case, and he joined, Eknath Shinde. He was very close of Aditya Thackeray. So where is this guy at the moment, right? Why is the media not following up on his statements? Why is Nitesh Rani and Narayan Rani not talking about this guy, right? Who was very close to Aditya Thackeray? Yeah, what are your thoughts on this on these
Yeah,
happenings?
yeah. So if you go back to uh, this lady, Mrs. Thackeray. In fact, Rashmi Thackeray is the pivot around which the whole family moves. And you will know that, see, in the Maha Vikas Agadi, which is the amalgamation of three parties, whether it's Sonia Gandhi, who makes the decisions, or whether it's Supriya, of Pawar's daughter, or whether it is Rashmi. So these three women are the ones who make all the decisions. And apparently, see, normally what happens is usually a mother works towards, teaching their children, values and morals and to go on the right path. Here, apparently, she is teaching her children to go only on the wrong path. And this is how, the second son, nobody hears of much, but Aditya Thackeray's character, everybody finds very, very weird and very strange. And everybody knows the kind of character this man has. He's been caught in many, many alleged problems which have been exposed. Now, see, in the case of all these, these what you call money laundering, they would be Jaidev, they would be part of many things. See, if you're looking at, they were controlling the police, they were controlling, the judiciary, they were controlling the, the Bollywood mafia. So what happens is that money laundering and all is a small, very small thing for them. In fact, this man, this boy, or this what you call the son, Aditya, even had the gall of opening a bridge when he is not even in power. So this kind of family who has absolutely no values or ethics, they think that they can rule with the use of a gun. Only thing is now they have guns, but they don't have bullets. You see, that is a problem. They are now sitting there without bullets, without they have ammunition, but they don't have bullets because they're not in power. And neither will they come to power because the people of Maharashtra detest them. They are dictators. And they have shown during their rule that they will control everything. If you say anything, whether you're a journalist or you're a naval officer or you're an actor, okay, or you are anything, whatever
Or
you
a
do,
media
yeah,
journalist?
yes, you will be put in jail and you will be tortured. So nobody is going to vote for a party like this again. That has been made very clear by this joining of both the new Shiv Sena and BJP. So here again, Jaidev. So if you're looking at all these money laundering case and who is this man, and they have so many skeletons in their cupboard that if they open the cupboard, it will only be skeletons. You see. So we'll wait for that to happen because as Modi ji gets more and more power, we'll see what is going to happen.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, there is no excuse for the BJP Maharashtra government also who's in power
Yes,
not to
yes.
do anything
Mm.
about these cases, right?
Yeah.
Devendra Fadnavis clearly promised that an SIT, was going to investigate Disha Salian case, and why is he, keeping quiet,
Yeah.
right? So, the public has to ask the questions to the BJP Maharashtra government as well as to why there's no
So
movement.
yes, Sunita says, though Bal Thackeray was a big name that time, I read that even during his time, his people would be rash in dealing with people during chanda collection and during elections too with common people. All this were grievances of common people. Actually, to tell you the truth, Sunita, I do not admire Bal Thackeray. In fact, Bal Thackeray was a minder version of them. But all the people who worked under him were known as gundas. They were scared of Shiv Sainiks. They would push anyone who was not a Maharashtrian out of their state. Use them and throw them. So this is a party that has to dissolve and go. Otherwise, people in Maharashtra will always be in problem. And what you said is so true. The grievances of the people have shown very clearly that they do not want this party ever again. Priyanka
Yeah.
says, Namaskar, Meenaji, you could join the session on
Namaskar,
Friday.
Priyankaji.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Sunita. Welcome, Nina.
Yes.
So, the funny thing is, uh, being the Thackeray's, right? Being the son and grandson of the great Bal Thackeray. When you come, why didn't you follow up on the? How could you let the Palgar sadhus be lynched like that, right? When your mother comes from an RSS background, couldn't you launch a full scale investigation, a proper investigation, at least when you have RSS and Hindutva roots, from your grandfather? So what we see is Eknath Shinde is a true successor of Bal Thackeray. Yes.
Meenaji, I
Now he's
admire your
really
courage
fixing.
as you speak the truth without compromising on words. Aditya Thackeray is running all around India as now he's really feeling the way he may be arrested if in Mumbai. Yes, Priyanka. See, this is what is happening now. And you see, if you know, if you've been reading books on history or following it on videos, you will see that. See, when a politician plans, something really bad, for the public, it could be anything, a gas chamber or something. You will see that, see, they themselves will become victims of that because the evil mind is so, caught up with that. They keep on following on that, and finally, even their end will be like that. If you remember the story, the man in the iron mask, the person who created the iron mask ended up in a iron mask. So these are, if you look at stories in history, you will find that always evil people, evil dictators end up, facing the same crimes that they put onto others.
Yeah, see, at the end of the day, whatever your karma you do during this lifetime, there's no escape from that, right?
Yeah.
We saw that happen with many of the dictators in history, and many of the people also, the Singhania guy, right? Gautam Singhania.
Yeah.
Now, the way he treated his family, and now he's getting a divorce,
Yeah.
the case and everything. So karma, does not look at the status or
Of
the
the person.
position or money
Absolutely.
power
Yeah.
what you have,
Yeah,
right?
Gita says Bal Thackeray also had no hopes from his son. See, here, Gita, when I was also addressing Priyanka, also what I was saying is that, see, you remember, don't ever forget, how did Sushant die? Sushant died, his spine was broken. Okay, every part of his body, his leg, his hand, everything was. And you see, why was the dead body covered like some trash when it was burnt or cremated? Now see what happened to Uddhav Thackeray. Uddhav Thackeray ended up with a terrible back problem because some of the doctors in Mumbai had messed up, and he had to call doctors from abroad to treat him. And you remember the time, if you are very alert, you will see those clips where he could not walk. He needed attendants to catch him. So karma is, what do you say, most overpowering. Nobody can escape, just like what Jesse said. Nobody can escape karma.
Yes. Yeah, so you would like to take the next interesting topic, which is Alia Bhatt and Ranbir
Yeah.
and Rashmika.
You remember, friends, what I'd spoken to you about yesterday about the movie,
Animal.
like Animal, and how this guy seems to be besotted by Rashmika Mandana. Now here, see, this has come into the also the awareness of Alia, and now she's saying she seems to be very, very now perturbed by what's happening between her husband and Rashmika. Because if you saw one of those press conferences, you will see that, see, he's holding her hand, he's catching her waist, he's talking to her, in such a beautiful, loving way, and his all his attention, you can see, is focused on Rashmika. And Rashmika is also acting the part by being very coy, you know. So I'm sure he must have also got fed up of this Alia Bhatt's squeaky voice and irritating nasal tone, and her lack of intelligence. So perhaps he's looking for other, these qualities in others. So now this apparently Alia has got so uh, upset with Rashmika that now the internet is going viral with saying that मेरे पति से गुलू गुलू करेगी तो धोप दूंगी ही ना उसको, meaning I will hit anybody who will try to flirt with my husband. And that's in simple terms, okay. Now Alia Bhatt and Rashmika and Vandana's video sharing an awkward hug at the screening of Ranbir Kapoor's film Animal went viral. She had recently worn Ranbir Kapoor's t-shirt to promote his gangster drama Animal. She wore a t-shirt that had a doodle of RK's character Ran Vijay from the Sandeep Reddy Wagga film. Now, so here you can see when she meets Rashmika, they exchange pleasantries, or rather, say not exchange pleasantries. They ended up sharing an awkward hug. This might have been a mischief of the camera angle or an edited footage, is what the PR says. But what seems to be very clear in the video is that there was something off, be it Alia's mood after watching the film, or she must have been lost in her own world. The bottom line is she did not greet Rashmika in a pleasant manner. So something is sure that when the husband would have gone home, he would have literally got a black eye for that. Is all I can visualize, Jaydeep.
Yeah, so that is quite funny, hilarious that he is acting in the film an animal, and some of his subtle animal instincts is being put in play, is what I would term it as. So yes, heard Vivek has acted very well in Sam. He is better actor.
And also, see, if you look at the way this man acts, in the trailer, if you look at the animal, first of all, he has absolutely only one expression. He's looking angry all the time, and then he looks like Sanjay Dutt, and what these people do is now, since they've gone down south, they have learned the mannerisms of Allu and all those superstars. So now everybody is in slow motion, you know. So how much of slow motion can you see? I mean, after some time, you want to see natural action as well. But Animal seems to not give up on that. Animal's hair flows this way, his hands flow in another way, that sort of action. So this is a movie that we should boycott anyway. Yeah, back to you, Jyoti.
Yeah, so one thing very interesting to note is that Rashmika Mandana, look at the way she is, latching on to Bollywood, and she is getting, roles opposite all these Bollywood actors, while Pooja Hegde has, somehow, she has become flop by acting with Salman Khan. And Rashmika Mandana has selected, some roles in which she thinks that she can, make some money, and her career can go forward. Also, the fact that Rashmika, has a lot of films in South India as well, and her films have done well, like Pushpa, and she's also there in Pushpa 2. So she is an example of an actress, who has caught the right people in terms of advancing her career. Because, as all of you know, she started from Kannada films, right? And then she acted opposite Rakshit Shetty,
Yeah.
and she was engaged for a small period of time, and then something happened between both of them,
No, she
and
must
then
have had
she
enough money to look after her needs.
So she then went to Telugu films, and then she, caught hold of some people like, I guess, Mahesh Babu. Also, she used to, sort of, flirt with him, and then somehow got some offers, film offers, and then she acted opposite them, and that's how, she was very, very lucky enough to have some hits in Telugu film industry. And then now she has carefully crafted her way around Bollywood by pleasing the likes of Karan Johar. by pleasing the likes of Ekta Kapoor.
Yeah.
And Pooja Hegde seems to have lost the race in this particular case.
So PR is now saying that Animal is a bigger hit than Pathan. So it's now gone over 200 crores.
Animal is
So
a
yeah,
super hit in Pathan.
yeah. So Animal is growling, is what they are saying. So you have to now go and check all the theaters again. They're really making us work for their stupidity. Just to launder money, they will do anything. And then they make us do all the homework. Then they'll come, they'll change the movie, and they'll say, I'm changing some scenes, like they did in Adipurish. So Rama will become Hanuman, Hanuman will become Sita. So they will keep on changing, till they get feedback from you and then think that they've come out with the right one, which is the biggest flop. You know, that sort of thing is what Bollywood indulges in. Yeah, back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, so coming to, this is very interesting, is that Arijit Singh. Now, Arijit Singh recently, he said something about SSR, and and he deleted it. Now, what did he exactly say on social media? And apparently, these are according to certain people. What he said is that Sushant Singh Rajput. This is what he said. What happened with SSR indicates that we won't ever see that again. But all we can think about is SSR was good. We couldn't handle him, and this was what was supposed to be on the tweet according to certain people, and he deleted it. And he so why the question is, why did Arijit Singh sort of tweet about Sushant Singh Rajput at this point of time, and why did he delete it? What was he afraid of? As all of you know that he also Arijit Singh was not in good terms with the likes of Salman Khan. Salman Khan, really made fun of Arijit Singh in a
Yeah, and
award
also
function.
replaced and
Yeah.
also replaced his song. He sang a song for him, which was replaced and sung by another man. I think it
Yes.
was by a Pakistani. You know,
Yeah. In one of the films.
yes. So one thing you must understand, Jaydev, is that Arijit may be aware of Sushant's good character, and the kind of humility he has faced under these people, humiliation he has faced under these people, and he would also know the reason how he died. So these are the things that he would have quickly deleted before
So you
he falls
can
into problem.
see, if he had said something positive about SSR, and then the next thing what would have happened is he would have been out of Bollywood in terms of
Yeah.
not getting any
Yes. Yes.
offers in films. 100%. Otherwise,
Yes.
why would he have deleted that tweet?
Yeah.
He would not have had any work from Bollywood if he tweeted something positive about SSR, right?
Yeah. Mahendra says, Minaji, can you shed some light on Meetu Singh, as she's not to be seen at all ever since she got inside Singh's car on June 14th? I'm sure she has a lot of information on SSR murder. Mahendra, she was seen at the last protest coming in, I think, a Mobike. We did see her. So it's not that she's not in seen in public. She is at times. But as you said very truly and very rightly, that she would be knowing inside out. In fact, all the sisters would be aware of the complete truth. But there would be reasons why they are, not coming out. And this is the same reason why perhaps Disha's parents also have kept a low profile, because, there would have been some sort of a compromise there. So I'm not sure of that absolutely, Mahendra. So how these people, work. Arijit has to delete or he will be deleted. Yes, right, Gita. Well said. Yeah.
Yeah, so one thing is the sisters of SSR seem to be rather not reacting to the PIL which Aditya Thackeray sort of moved against, right, in the recent PIL, and it's really baffles me as to what is happening. and why they're not, reacting to all these happenings. It's a
See,
very
another
important
very
happening.
interesting, yeah, another very interesting thing, Jaydev, is that recently in an interview of Bar and Bench, Satish Manishinde, you remember the lawyer
Yeah.
for Ria and the person who's representing Salman Khan, said, "I salute Ria for being strong. She was not sorted. She fought her battle single-handedly." Earlier this year, Ria began her journey with the roadies, where she was on the sets almost after 2 years. The actress recently opened up about being on sets after 2 years. In an interview with the leading daily, she said, "The person who was on my first show, Teen Diva, was on the show too. Deborah Policar, MTV content head, has made me a BJ. She came to me with roadies this time. I enjoyed roadies because it's a lot like real life. Contestants go through a lot physically, emotionally, and they have to rise above it. I got to experience human resilience on the set, but the first day was very emotional. For me, it was the same studio and same vanity van where I shot Chehre. That was the last time I ever shot anything. I was anxious. I felt I didn't know how to be in front of a camera anymore. But the what ifs vanished once the camera rolled. The year 2023 turned out to be a blessing in disguise for her, as on one hand she had roadies and also Supreme Court didn't challenge her bail in the beginning of the year, and things were getting normal for this actress. Now, see, for someone like Satish Manishinde to say that I salute Riya for being strong, she was not sorted, she fought her battle single handedly. What was the battle that she fought, Satish Manishinde? Is what we would like to ask this man who only, works for, or what do you say, fights for people who have done some sort of a criminal act. Now we want to ask Satish Manishinde, who is the most highly paid lawyer. What was it that she, made her so strong, and what was she fighting? Everybody knows what was her role in Sushant Singh's murder. So why are you trying to show that she is Joan of Arc and she needs to be respected for that? And who is listening to you anyway? You know, nobody respects you for what you do. So let that remain where it is. We know very well what you lawyers do and how you make your money. We know each session how much you charge people. And yet you lost the Aryan case. It had to go to a bigger lawyer because Shah Rukh Khan you knew that you were useless to protect his son. He changed about so many lawyers. Then he brought in a battery of lawyers, finally ending up with Mukul Rohatgi. All of you know the game. You are fooling the people. You think you are telling us that justice is right in your hands? No, it is not. If it was right in your hands, Jia Khan's mother would be, happy now that justice was served to Jia Khan. Let us keep quiet here and not talk about, nonsense that you're talking about, Ria. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
Yeah, so right now, Modi ji has to, at least in his third term, bring judicial reforms, right? It is very, very important at this need of the hour, and completely revamp his cabinet of ministers, right? Only select people who do not have any ties with Bollywood.
Yeah, see what you say, Jay, just like Shivraj Chauhan, people who are so dedicated that they are patriots. They work only on behalf of people, not working on behalf of Bollywood, And Bill Gates, who is Bill Gates? Today, Bill Gates has been exposed, and you're chummy with Bill Gates. Everybody knows what is Bill Gates doing. So keep only people we can trust. At least ask the public who we can trust. And we can give you a list of ministers who are under you who are really good. So take people, take fresh faces, take people who are honest, not people who are, in front saying something else and then, later having parties with people. So very good this thing from Mamta. She says, एक innocent इंसान को बर्बाद कर दिया गया. सब चुप है. सबको मालूम है सुशांत के साथ क्या हुआ. And she सबको पैसा just wait for
Yeah,
it.
so
सबको पैसा मिला है केस में. So yes, very true, Mamta. What you said is so true. And let us not, dilly dally over all these things. We know the truth and we're just waiting for it to happen. And yes, Nina, if what you said is true, but again, I come back to the same point. These federal agencies are independent, and the people who should be also acting are Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde. They are in control of Maharashtra. Instead of playing to the tunes of their son and their wife, who are Bollywood struck. They're so starstruck by Bollywood. You know, Instead they should be concentrating on their job and giving justice to people. They cannot play such games anymore. Each one of them will be punished for sure. Yes, because there is, as we say, a larger court above. And that is what we saw during these elections. Had any of these states gone into the hands of opposition, they would have ripped it apart. Thank God that has not happened. So it is on this note we end this session. Thank you, friends. Good night and Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.